everyone. Today I, Sharma,
And I, Gunpilani,
of members of Press Club of Rewari, take this unique opportunity of introducing our special guest for the interview. Our first guest is Mr. Narendra Sharma, sir, a renowned surgeon in Rewari. Sir helps exclusively people in need.
Our another special guest is Dr.Nupur Gupta. She is also a famous doctor in Rewari, and she also undertakes many social projects as an active philanthropist. Both our guests are members of various social clubs and work for the welfare of children as they enjoy a remarkable rapport with the children.
We welcome you, sir and ma'am, on behalf of the Place Rewari fraternity.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
the
much and
lovely.
welcome to our hospital.
And let it be a interactive session rather than an interview, I suggest. Okay? Because तुम लोगों की बातें होनी है, तो you are free to give your opinions. जैसे मम्मी पापा से बात करते हो, हमसे वैसे बात करते
Sure.
चिल्लाना मत नहीं।
So go ahead, yeah.
Ma'am, it's our privilege and honor to take your interview today. So the topic for today's our session is that maintaining physical and mental health during pandemic among youngsters.
We are super excited to start this interview. So with your permission, shall we start the interview?
Yeah.
Now Soumya is here to put up the first question.
So ma'am, and sir, according to you, how much is it important for the youth to maintain their physical as well as mental health?
Youth, as you all know, they are the foundation of any country. So their health, both physical and mental, is very important, and especially in stressful conditions for the last 2 years which the world has found itself. So in these times the health is very important. Physical health is important for the mental health, and mental health is important for the physical. Both are interlinked, and for productivity, for creativity, for the youth, for the resilience, for the strength to fight back the pandemic, all things that you need to have good physical and mental health. And physical health we all are very well aware of in these challenging times. The mental health aspect has been highlighted a bit more.
Yes.
So that is a bit new thing for everybody, especially students who have been forced to go into this social isolation and at home. So mental health is very important for that.
And physical health also. Instead of eating pizzas and burgers, this is the time, really, I am serious, you have to focus more on, tulsi and adrak and chyawanprash, because
Yes,
the whole world is even the United States of America, the sales of chyawanprash have soared up,
Yes.
because your Indian Ayurveda and Indian things, they boost your immunity. COVID mein, the best thing is to boost up your immune system rather than consuming paracetamol and erythro and everything. Even doctors are not sure whether that is the right treatment and cure or not. So good physical health and very good mental health.
Thank you, sir and ma'am. We agree with that. Now further, as you know, in the ongoing pandemic situations, many of our classmates are getting into their shell. They are becoming victims of social alienation. So what's your take on that?
Actually, not only children, everybody has been a victim of social alienation. Your teachers, ma'am, me, him, we all used to go for weekly parties and everybody used to have so much fun. And it's like a global scenario, like we are all forced to stay indoors. So no need to blame children actually for this. Sab iska shikar hai. It's a universal phenomenon. And what I feel is, before the pandemic, we all used to say ki there is so much pressure of work, we don't have time, life has become a race, right? Sab kehte the, chote bade, corporate, everyone. We don't have time for ourselves. So instead of thinking this as a like
Negative.
we have been glued in the homes to our handsets or everything, we should take it as a like positive approach. It is me time.
Yes.
It's the first time कि इतना unlimited समय अपने लिए मिला है and इतना सारा time to think कि आप what do you want to do in your life.
Yes, ma'am.
More time to love your parents, more time to love your grandparents, your neighbors, right? To think of your dreams, to plan your future.
To pursue your hobbies.
There's no time. Yeah, obviously that is very common actually, hobbies, music, dance. But more constructive things, you've got plenty time. So social alienation is there, but even in the environs of your home, अभी भी तो यू आर ऑन इंस्टा और फेसबुक, इतने सोशली एक्टिव तो कभी थे ही नहीं.
Yes.
फेस टू फेस इंटरेक्शन हैज रिड्यूस्ड, बट कमेंट्स जो लोग जिंदगी में नहीं बोलते थे वो भी अब लिखने लगते हैं, या नहीं?
Yes,
है
I
ना?
agree.
If you go on social media, the people who never had the guts to speak their hearts out, they are giving huge comments and bड़ी post. So face to face and जो
Physical.
in person physical thing has reduced. Otherwise, it's all good.
Yes.
And it's a universal thing, not only students, even as doctors, although we have to come to the hospital daily, but even I say to her कि पता नहीं, I don't feel like going to a
He gets
party or
depressed.
शादी anymore. I have something has gone wrong.
And my son
And that is
also
true for everybody.
लोगों से हाय हेलो करने का जो कॉन्फिडेंस था वो चला गया एक्चुअली. यू नो जब कोई
Yes,
सामने आ
हाँ.
जाए नमस्ते करना ही भूल गए. But that's like a universal phenomenon, and you have to stay happy, stay motivated, and fight all these small things.
Thank
Rather
you.
use this period for betterment of yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And like also gyms and parks are closed. So they are definitely being refrained from the physical exercise. So what's that? What could they do for their well-being, physical well-being?
इस पे
Physical
थोड़ा
well-being.
सा हाफ रिप्लाई मैं दूंगी, then डॉक्टर साहब, क्योंकि इस पे
I am not a very big fan of gyms.
Parks or anything like that?
Parks, yeah.
With the schools also being closed, there's
Yeah, yeah,
no
yeah.
form.
That's a challenge,
We're
but
just resting on our bed, not doing any physical exercise. basically.
you just need a small area and floor to do some exercise and stretch yourself. That is, we just give excuses, all of us, for not being going for exercises and all. You don't need much space for exercises. Even your backyard or your front yard or some space, you can do a bit of relaxation, stretching exercises. I am of that opinion.
प्लस सब मेरे से थोड़ा सा स्ट्रिक्ट वाला. Gyms and parks, you go for physical fitness and for physical activity.
Yes.
Okay. So what happens is, like, I have a treadmill at my home. My son is like, he's running on the treadmill. He's running outside also sometimes. But when I tell him कि help me in the household chores, okay? ये वाले झूठे बर्तन सारे किचन तक पहुंचाने हैं. I had a Apple Watch. मैंने लॉकडाउन में few days I put it on. So मेरे 17,000 steps हो जाते हैं सुबह 11 बजे तक. कितने? 17,000. तुम 10,000 की रात तक लड़ाई
Without any formal morning walk.
So
Just household chores.
तुम्हारी you have to help your moms that all, even whether you are boys or girls, ask your mama सुबह या रात को पूछ के कि मम्मा सुबह what all I have to do, laundry, dishes, bed make करना है, pillow covers change करने हैं. There's so much you can help your mothers. Mothers have been overburdened in lockdown. तुम बहुत खा रहे हो, है ना? They are cooking more, right? They are doing all the previous jobs along with the added more laundry, more cooking, so much more for the mothers. All else are resting. So I suggest कि सिर्फ 2 घंटे everybody plans, has a timetable to do whatever mama says. Whatever mama says. सुबह जाके खड़े हो जाओ. तुम्हारी your physical activity will be dusting करोगे, पोछ, you will be doing mopping or brooming or bending, squats, सब हो जाएंगे. है ना? Mopping करोगे तो squats हो जाएंगे. When you do the brooming, I am serious about it. You can give some help to your mothers, your fathers, and I mean believe it कि सब चीज़ों में physical activity है. कपड़े उतारने में, सुखाने में.
Yes, ma'am. Functional fitness.
Just you can count your steps someday if you have got your fitness bands. सुबह 6 बजे you start with your mama and till 10. कुछ ना करते हुए भी बहुत सारे steps हो जाएंगे.
Yes.
So let's do the workout at home, which will be so productive. Mama will be thankful and happy.
And the well-being is also like
And you will be trained for life. This is life
Yes,
training.
yes. फिर जब अपने घर हॉस्टल में रखोगे और कमरे, you'll be spick and span and you'll know how to do.
And further, there have been many big changes in the behavior of students. So how can we cope with that?
Yeah, this has been a forced isolation for everybody, the pandemic, and loneliness is there, and loneliness is a precursor to social, emotional, and this psychosomatic effects. The loneliness is the precursor. It leads to you can say anxiety, depressions, and all. So for students, I think they have to be on this visual media for a long time. Apart from that, I think they should fix some time for say phone free टाइम इंटरवल शुड बी देयर फैमिली के साथ. जैसे आप डिनर टाइम पे यू स्विच ऑफ योर फोन, यू talk to your parents, talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, give some, stay connected, not social media wala connection, physical connection. You have to talk, you have to give quality time to your parents, and not just nodding and yes and no and I am on phone and yeah mama, right? And after that, one thing is, I am very strongly, this is the time to give to your hobbies, good hobbies like book reading. Like my son is fond of music, so these 2 years he learned guitar, and initially there was no teacher because nobody was coming. He learned guitar through YouTube. He learned he's singer also, but he practiced so much of singing during this time. So hobbies, staying connected with your family, and doing whatever things which make you happy apart from those social media things, right? Because that lot of visual media time students have to be forced during the school time. Apart from that also, if you are on the phone all the time, so that will lead to all those symptoms of depression and anxiety. So what I feel is family time and this hobbies, these are two you can add.
Yeah, they can keep you motivated, they can keep you happy. The major thing is you have to stay happy, you know, दुखी नहीं होना है. So उसके लिए you have to find out your interests. This could be gardening, this could be cooking, dancing, music, lot of time to do things. I mean so much, but the main thing which I want to point out here is like discipline is the first thing which will help you form a timetable or something. पहले स्कूल जाने के लिए you had to take bath, you had to brush, you had to get ready, बस निकल जाएगी. अभी ऑनलाइन क्लास है, कैमरा कैन बी ऑफ. मतलब मैं तो आई एम गोइंग टू रिक्वेस्ट द स्कूल्स की कैमरा ऑन रहना चाहिए. एंड सम चाइल्ड कंप्लेन्स की बीच में नेटवर्क खराब था, तो उससे बाद में क्वेश्चंस. आई एम अ वेरी फ्री काइंड ऑफ पर्सन. आई डू ऑल माई हॉबीज इवन इफ आई एम अ डॉक्टर. बट डिसिप्लिन समथिंग बहुत गंदे वाला नहीं, सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन है ना, दिस इज अ मस्ट. क्योंकि नोबडी, अब कोई रूल्स नहीं है, कोई रेगुलेशंस नहीं है. तुम चाहो तो यू कैन जस्ट गेट आउट ऑफ. तुम्हारी मम्मी 5 मिनट पहले हिला के तुम्हें बिठा सकती है उस चेयर पे जहाँ तुम्हारी क्लास हो रही है. कैमरा कैन बी ऑफ. सो यू हैव टू सी कि मैं कैसे, हाउ आई बिकम अ बेटर पर्सन, व्हाट आर माई हॉबीज, हाउ डू आई कीप माई सेल्फ. यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दीज थिंग्स कैन ब्रिंग दैट सैडनेस ऑल्सो. यू आर सिटिंग लाइक जैसे उठे थे और एक डिप्रेशन 1 दिन 10 दिन 20 दिन में, दीज थिंग्स आर द रीजन यू स्टार्ट फीलिंग a good bath and a nice change of clothes. छोटी छोटी चीजें which can make you happier actually.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
for that nobody else can force. You are grown up children. So these are certain things which you have to decide on your own. And then I hope कि जो भी ये करेगा seriously, he'll feel happy about himself or herself. And parents.
Once you are happy, then there will be no.
There's no anxiety,
depression
no
and
depression.
Yes, we agree. Sir, as you said about the phone time, our next question is related to that.
Actually, the biggest challenge for us, the teenagers, these days is that only, that major of our time is devoting either on the online classes or coaching institution classes, and then other distractions too are there that multiplying woes like Instagram, then we have Facebook and all these. So what do you say that how can we able to control our screen time and reduce this internet addiction basically?
Just अभी जो मैंने discipline, you know, and that is not from parents but from your own self. थोड़ा सा plan your days, because these days nobody is going to give you a timetable. School तो नहीं है, so the timetable has to be set by oneself. कि भाई okay, these 2 hours for Netflix, these 2 hours for hobby, these 2 hours for 6 for studies, this for mama's help. है ना, थोड़ा सा you have to chalk your day. जरूरी नहीं है कि you stick to it, but कुछ there you have to be certain restrictions on the screen time from yourself. But Insta, Facebook are addicting, you know. आपने पोस्ट डाली, then you wait for the एक टूम सुनने पे, अरे किसका आया है. This is the reflex with us also actually. सबको सेल्फ अप्रेजल चाहिए, सबको ये चाहिए कि yes, this is good, you have done well. तो उसको बजाय सोशल मीडिया पे करने के, बाहर get out of your homes even in lockdown. कुछ और करो जिससे you are appreciated, है ना.
Yes,
अब जैसे सेशन खत्म हुआ, घरों में पीपल हैव गॉट दोस्त. आजकल कबाड़ी आ नहीं रहे हैं, हम आ रहे हैं. बुक्स यहाँ से ली, वहाँ पहुँचाई. किसी के यहाँ से लेफ्ट ओवर फूड लिया, वहाँ पहुँचाया. आई मीन देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स यू कैन डू. सोशल वर्क, and you can be more happy helping people. And वो वाली likes forever रहेंगी, ये वाली likes तो थोड़े दिन में you'll forget.
Yes,
Insta and Facebook. But इसमें 2 families की भी help कर दी ना 1 महीने में, तो that will be a feeling that you will cherish forever your life.
Yes,
And there should be some phone free time should be there.
Yes.
Dinner time should be, the phones should be kept away. You start the habit. Even your parents are having this phone addictions. Even we are
Yes.
having. So what I did in last year, I got out from Facebook. After I got into Facebook in 2009, and after 10-11 years, I just erased my account. And I think going to bed, phone should be not in your bedroom. It should be away
When
from
we
you.
are going to bed, we check our phone. Then when we wake up, the first thing we do is check.
सबका
our
ये
phone. That
है,
is the
सबका तो
Going to bed and meal times especially. I am a bit strict on this. घर में सारा दिन नहीं लड़ाई होती है. तो phone should not be on the dining table. Phone should not be in the
bedroom especially.
especially.
But बच्चों के लिए I think it's very difficult.
नहीं, one good thing, मतलब one thing I always suggest is go to bed with a book in hand.
Yeah.
15 मिनट 20 मिनट कोई भी बुक पढ़ के सोओगे जिंदगी में you will never be a failure. You will be always successful if you have a habit of reading a book before going to bed rather than a
So, but with everything being online, it's very difficult for us to separate the virtual life.
yeah, it's difficult.
online
But
classes and all.
But
Yeah.
you in your hearts know कि कितनी सारी पढ़ाई करते हो और कितनी
सारी
सारी
बीच में।
मस्ती करते हो. So that मस्ती वाला समय, नो सच बता रही हूँ, पेरेंट्स को क्या पता ये बुक, ये फोन और फोन पे ही चल रहा है.
फोन
And
बुक भी नहीं है,
कब
फोन ही है.
उसकी जगह I have to just peep देखना पड़ता है कब चेस बोर्ड खुल गया, चलो कोई नहीं चेस खेल लिए, या कब फेसबुक. So
But
this
it's
is
very
something
difficult.
only you guys can do. Nobody else can.
हाँ, पहले क्या होता था बच्चा या तो पढ़ रहा है या खेल रहा है. अब क्या है कि पेरेंट्स डोंट नो कि भाई फोन पे ही पढ़ाई है, फोन पे ही एंटरटेनमेंट है. सो इट्स यू हु विल डिसाइड हाउ मच टाइम टू गिव टू
और अगर उस पे भी if you want to do तो there is Coursera, there is so many things. कुछ सीखो.
Yes, ma'am.
उस पे भी you can.
even on this OTT platform you have very informative programs also. I always tell my son
History
to
of America,
watch
history
these
of
things
Europe.
rather than watching serials and series all the time.
Murder mysteries के अलावा कभी कभी. You
Very
can allot days.
documentaries are there, so many things.
Yes.
You have to give time, manage your time basically.
And be more creative in your approach towards OTT. You know.
Rather than
उसमें
just a
बहुत कुछ
passive.
सीखने का भी है. You know. There's so much to learn. और you'll be so happy कि तुमको world history और सब कुछ will help you live a better life actually. तो थोड़ा सा switch over करो. Netflix से थोड़ा सा दूसरे उस पे जाओ. You'll
Yes.
find it interesting I think.
Now, Gunesh with the last question here.
Yes, ma'am. How can we make our time productive and constructive during the ongoing situation, like indoors? How can we be constructive?
Coffee things you answered.
Almost.
Basically, I will also again say, go back to your interests, go back to your hobbies, and talk to your parents more, talk to your family, talk to your neighbors, people in need. You need not go out of your house. You can find that some maid is having some problem, your household help is having some problems. So helping people out,
Yeah,
I
charity
think
and
then
social work can be done
hobbies,
from home.
more family time, more household chores, helping parents, and
Actually,
these
this-
things are creative.
This is a time for having hands-on training and Abhimanyu is learning. Yesterday he made pulav. Phone पे I gave him. So this is the time when you can learn cooking, you can learn laundry because उसके hostel में undergarments, बाकी laundry will be done. Undergarments, socks you have to wash yourself. तो there are kids जिनको भी अपने कपड़े धोने का proper technique भी नहीं आता है ना. So this is the time when you have ample time and mother, father both available to
Yes.
teach you how to do small things, how to chop vegetables, how to do some little bit of cooking, laundry, how to keep the house neat and clean, how to organize your cupboards and wardrobes. है ना?
Yes.
छोटी छोटी चीजें but they go a long way. In addition, he told you can do some charity, some social work which can give you immense satisfaction.
Even sitting at home and using your phone and all, you can do a lot of social work also. You can, people have done in COVID, very active students have done so many things in COVID. Helpline number, they have organized help.
Yes.
You can do all this.
You can give massages to your parents, give them head massage, सेवा करो.
Madam.
This is very constructive. मैं बिल्कुल सही कह रही हूँ क्योंकि कभी सच में हमारे
बाद में
parents
समय नहीं
कहते
आएगा.
you are a very you are a very blessed generation जिनको मम्मी पापा ने पूरी सेवा ही की है कराई तो है ही नहीं. So this is the time वो मेरे को देख रही है. But you have to go out of your comfort zone. सबसे कंफर्टेबल है बेड पे लेट के और वो करना. और वैसे तो ट्रेडमिल पे आप कर रहे हो 5 किलोमीटर और जैसे ही मम्मी ने कहा कि बेटा वो वहाँ रख के आना, मैं कितना थका हुआ हूँ आपको नहीं पता, मेरे सिर दर्द हो रहा है. सो दिस
पढ़ रहा हूँ.
वो ट्रेडमिल नहीं चाहिए. वी डोंट वांट द जिम्स एंड पार्क्स, है ना. दिस इज द टाइम व्हेन वी आर आल्सो ओवरवर्क्ड, है ना. वी हैव टू डू सो मेनी थिंग्स. टीचर्स से कि उनका वर्कलोड बढ़ गया है जब से ऑनलाइन टीचिंग है, तो उनमें से बहुत सारी मॉम्स हैं, बहुत सारे डैड्स हैं. सो जस्ट कीप आस्किंग, डोंट वेट फॉर ऑर्डर्स, कीप आस्किंग कि कैन आई हेल्प यू इन सम वे. सुबह उठते पूछो 1 घंटा हूँ मैं आपके पास, कुछ चाहिए, कैन आई हेल्प यू. I think that will be the most constructive thing that you can do, because this will give you life skills and this will help you find the happiness that you seek outside within the home.
Thank you, sir and ma'am, for having us. Thank you for your valuable time and suggestions. I am sure that it will help a lot of us to cope with stressful situations. It will also enhance positivity and our self-esteem. At the end, I would again like to extend our heartfelt thanks.
Also, thank you audience for being patient and listening to us.
And one
Thank
thing
you
more,
so
if
much.
you are having these problems are persistent of social isolation, loneliness, you can always seek help also. Apart from all the professional help, if
Right.
required. You should be forthcoming with it. Whatever your feelings are, talk to your parents and
But
help.
sir, many of the India parents are stigmatized.
Yeah, but there are a lot
About
of
mental health, they don't think that
every
mental
not
health will be-
everybody. Mental health is a stigma in India.
Yeah.
It is a stigma, I know. But you are the next generation. You can always find some way out. There are groups. There are WhatsApp groups
Support
of
groups
Yeah.
होते
mental
हैं,
health support groups.
and you
are
can
there.
have your family. आजकल सब everybody is forthcoming. Family doctors होते हैं आपके, उनको आप
हाँ,
कॉल करो.
कोई अंकल है
अगर मम्मी
आपके,
पापा से हिच है, आप कहीं भी,
किसी से.
मतलब don't let that depression thing creep into your
And you
personality.
can always talk to us. And
हमारा नंबर से उसके बाद कुछ करने को मन नहीं करता जब दिमाग दुखी हो जाता है ना. So never let that depression creep into you. Do gardening, धूप सेको, मूंगफली खाओ, मूली खाओ, but keep your spirits up at all times. That is
and a lot of sunlight. You should have a lot of sit in the sun. It gives you vitamin D, which is antidepressant hormone. So most of us are indoors all the time in AC.
signal Wi-Fi
सर्दी में
नहीं आता
रजाई
ना,
में.
बाहर Wi-Fi नहीं आता.
So basically sunlight is a very good thing for keeping your mood up, and it's a sunshine vitamin. So that is also. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And I hope कि जो कुछ हमने बोला है, थोड़ा सा तुम सब,
Yes, ma'am.
तुम्हारे
Sure.
पेरेंट्स को मैं कॉल